Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the channel. It is March 29th, 11:40 p.m., almost March 30th. I got a request to go over my indicators a little bit, so I'm going to do just that. And I'll go into the courses I've taken, the path that I've been on, my little journey, how it unfolded a little bit, and the most important things that I go over, because a lot of the stuff, just to put this in context for those of you that are actually trying to learn. So, I got lots of words. Let's use some. Anyway, so I'm not going over any particular asset. I pulled up Tesla here just to get you guys set up that want to follow along, and get your trading view charts, like mine, to where you can easily read them. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to you go to YouTube and watch a trading view tutorial once or twice. You don't have to know how to use everything. Just pick up the stuff you need and move on. But there's so much cool stuff you could use. You can put alerts in here, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, you can set up a free account to where you can just have some basic charts. If you want to pay like $12 a month, you can have some charts saved, and it's well worth it. I can't. One time Richard said he didn't have it, and I was like, "What in the world?" Anyway, so get your account set up after you watch a tutorial, and you're gonna go up to indicators here. That's in our view, yeah. So, not again. Anyway, we're going to go up to our indicators and hit this little arrow up in the upper left here. And, actually, here you go. And then right here in search, you can search for whatever. If you want to get some moving averages, type in MA, and you got moving average right here. And then it slaps it right up here. You'll see it pop up. So now that we've got it up here, I'm going to go to the settings, and we'll go to inputs. Is this even the right length? I guess length. Smoothing. What in the world? SMA 5. I guess here we're going to go 50. This is SMA. Shoot. What did I do? Let's see here. I'm sorry, you guys. It's late. I guess that is it. No, it's not. Yeah, there's just moving averages. I don't know why it's being weird with me here. How about, let's go with just RSI. So put in RSI. First off, you guys. Relative Strength Index right there. You're going to click that in. Then you're going to go stochastic. That's S-T-O-C-K, or C-H, A-S-T-I-C, RSI. You're going to pick stochastic RSI right there. Then you're going to go and you're going to add MFI. That's Money Flow Index. Right here. When you click each one of those, it's going to slap them down here at the bottom of the screen. RSI, my RSI is set at 14. Stochastic set at 14. Close or whatever. You can pause this and look closely. MFI is set at 12. And again, you just hover over here. You'll get a settings button. You can go into inputs. Like I said, mine's set at 14 on the RSI. Style, you can pick a color. Yeah, I think you can make it. Yeah, you can make the line thicker or thinner down here. More bold, which I like to do sometimes for my viewers. Not so much for me, because it's more accurate if it's thin. You can brighten it up or make it dimmer right here. So there you have it. You can pick whatever color you want. Yeah. Alright. And you can do that for all these. I just leave the stochastic alone generally, but pick whatever colors you like. If you follow along with me, I just use what I have because it's easier. But and I just pick whatever. But that said, that's these three indicators. And the reason I'm just starting out with those and talking about those right now is all of the other things I just use to triangulate and help me feel good about or be more confident in where these indicators are telling me we are. And what I mean by that is, hybrid allocation trading. I came up with CHAD trading, capital hybrid allocation trading, or distribution trading. We're kind of capital allocation trading, where we're taking USD, we're putting it into the asset that we believe is the strongest hex or whatever, and then we let that mature, and then when we decide to take some off the table, then we want to go, sell back into USD in an opportune time when the indicators are primed to sell, right? And then when we're on dips, we want to buy the dips when we're entering the game. So here on Tesla, you can see if you take any given asset and you pick some set numbers by looking back, let's look back at Tesla real quick. We'll just pick 84. If you stick to your guns and you do not sell until the RSI is above 84, and at the same time stochastic is up high at, 100 or 99 at the top, right? And MFI has to be, let's say we made a rule, it has to be at 88. You're gonna do pretty good, because if you go back and look, the odds are that's a winning strategy, most likely, roughly, without sitting here wasting your time. Okay, I'm just being giving rough estimates here, but at the same time, look at these peaks. There's definitely a dip after that. Another peak. Dips. Yeah, sideways, but lots of dips. This is $335 from $500. In the stock market, that's a huge dip. So using my, at the same time, you'd have got screwed if you, you really got to go back and look at an asset and decide, because, here would have been a buy. And if you just sold it here, well, you wouldn't be sitting too good, would you? So, ultimately, you really have to back test your strategy and look to see if it would work. And I didn't look at this at all before I got on here. But on shorter trade time frames, you can still see how it kind of shows you what's going on. Now, I don't use this for the stock market. I don't trade the stock market at all. So I shouldn't have used a stock, but I wanted to use this when I pulled it up just because you could see that price is soaring in these peaks. And we've got all three indicators up fairly high. And we can come back and check on this if you want, but it's in more of a sell zone than a buy zone, And with a crypto, when you do exactly what I was just saying, when you buy when all three are down, because it's different, when they're low versus when they're all at a certain predetermined location at the same time. When that happens, that's a good buy or a good sell when they're up high together or down low all together. Like I said, all the way. You've got to really nail down what numbers are going to be good, and you've got to stick to it. Because the hard part in trading or making these decisions when it counts is the emotion and the difficulty of overriding your emotion in the moment. Because everybody knows at 10 cents they were dragging their feet. They might have bought a little bit, but you didn't feel like it. You didn't feel like it. Nobody did. Nobody was feeling really good at the moment. I don't think. I mean, some people might have been like, yeah, but it's still not like a joyous time in the community or the market. Like, you know, it just doesn't. It's just not fun. Everybody's off doing whatever. And then when its price is soaring, your brain thinks, man, 10 times this would be even more mind-blowing. The greed kicks in. And so, now, aside from this, I use the Keltner channel. You go up here again into indicators, and you'd type in Keltner channel. What do I call it that? Keltner channel right here, Keltner. Click that, and that will put this band here that we use. You know, like this is HDRN, this is Hederon USD. We're below the center line. Looks like we're, you know, on a normal asset, I'd say it looks like we're going to drop to the bottom. And that could be true here as well. But it's a really new asset, so I'm going to make a separate video about it and tell people why, you know, what I think we should be really just thinking and looking about, or what I'm thinking and looking at with this. But Keltner channel will give you that. This I use frequently is Pi Cycle, which is cool. The yellow represents power. And we look at this all the time. So if you like that, that's what's called, or no, I'm sorry, this is ADX and DI. What do I call this the Pi Cycle for? I labeled this chart Pi Cycle for some reason and got rid of that indicator. I know it's there. Anyway, that indicator is on this chart, but that's not what this is. This is ADX and DI. Use it all the time if you want that. There it is, ADX and DI for V4. You can pause the screen, look at it right there. Right there, ADX and DI for V4. What else do we have? This is Bitcoin Fibonacci multiplier. As you can see there. That's a fun one to use. Then this right here is wave trend WT-cross-LB, wave trend with crosses. And I removed a bunch of the stuff that was on there. At least I thought I did. I did. Visibility, inputs. Maybe I didn't. Thought I did. I don't know. Anyway, we use that all the time. We look at that. Similar to it. It's part of what Market Cipher, Crypto Faces deal. I think. I don't know. This here is my MACD. Let's look at it because that was different than the guy who was messaging me today. What is the deal? Oh. I guess I don't get to look at that. MACD 4C. I don't know, you guys. If you're looking for this MACD, I just typed in MACD and picked one. This is what I got, so nothing special, but MACD 4C is what it says. Anyway. What else can I show you? Where am I? Yeah. This is the... You know, with the courses I took, what you get is a lot of different things, but part of it's just random information that you can get off the internet that you might already have even. And then another big part of it is just the discipline of knowing that you spent a bunch of money, and so you're determined to pay attention and extract your value out of it. And then the other part is he like prepared pretty extensive homework so that you're reading the information as well as in a different format a little bit than he presented it in the videos. And then at the same time he would give you homework and really be like, do the freaking homework, man, you know, because if you don't come bitching to me. Basically. He's real nice. He doesn't say that, but he also is a nice guy, and he will work with you. He's even said before, like, you can email me and tell me your situation and tell me about yourself, and I will work with you. You know, I did not pay $10,000 that he's asking for his courses and his indicators here, or his indicator. I don't even know what all his indicators cost and everything, but at the same time, I invite you guys to come over to this cryptocrewuniversity.com and enter to win $1,000 of Bitcoin if you want. Get some free classes or maybe his indicators for a week, whatever. I think he even has a program where you can have a link. A referral link program. I've never done it because I just want people to win. I tell you what, you know, if you want to come over here, come over here. I don't need a cut of your money. And I feel perfectly fine sharing my information because my information is different than his. And what he sells is different than what I'm doing. So there's that. What else could we talk about? Oh, so that's the you know, this is his indicator right here. We'll look at it on Hex, where he's got these vertical bars that light up and give you descriptive great buys, good buys, and incredible buys, where you would DCA on a buy or DCA on a sell, based off of his strategy that he has, his hybrid crypto trading strategy. Because again, he's very, you know, his courses and what he recommends in his courses is very disciplined, and I'm just not. You know, I don't do it the way he says to do it, to be honest. You have to adapt and you have to use what works for you. But you know, don't feel like you're missing out if you don't have $10,000 to buy courses. There's lots of people that are willing to share, and it's really just your attention and discernment and time studying that's going to make the difference. I know people that have learned how to read these charts in under a year, for sure, because I talked to them, and they're good. You know, like, it's totally doable. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that, you guys, it's good that Richard and a lot of people think that this is impossible, that TA doesn't work. It's the more people that think that, the better. Do you think that what are the chances TradingView can charge $12 to $50 a month for charts because they don't work? And you know, as far as all these indicators, I've seen some really good indicators disappear. People can add them, they can erase them. They're not always guaranteed to be there. If you pay for them, like this one I paid for, you know, I've got it probably forever, I guess. But, you know, let's put Tesla in here just for kicks and we'll see what it says. And this is still just an indicator. It's not end all be all. Oh, what? That's not. What do we got here? What is going on? Didn't work out. Okay. That's not gonna work. Let's do something else. Okay, here with Tesla USD. What'd I say? Right over here. That these indicators Oh, did I already get rid of it? There we go. Right here are what I go off of, you know, and if these were hitting my a predetermined level that I had come up with and with my study on a particular asset like this, and I was wanting to, that's when I start combing over the rest of my indicators that I use and see what they say. And if I get a bunch of confirmations across the board, I mean, it's go time. So here you got, you know, again, and it's tricky, you know, trading is more that it's not that black and white, but sometimes it can be. You know, we got a good sell right here on Tesla, confirming what my other indicators are telling me. So it can be done, and I'm gonna go a little bit more into this. I'm gonna make a little bit into. I'm gonna do a little rant. You guys, some of the narratives I think are kind of funny, and I don't agree with. And it's not so much that I don't agree with them, but you know, I took debate in high school class, and I thought it was fascinating that in reality, you know, the teacher would be like, "All right, debate." You know, he'd have you debate somebody, and then you'd be like, "All right, I'll switch sides and debate." And I'd be like, "Oh my gosh." The reality is, you can argue anything on either side if you're good. And I think part of why Richard was saying the other day, everybody says Richard versus without just like, how come everybody titles their videos Richard versus? And I think it's because Richard takes hard line, you know, like he kind of approaches things like a debate, and he has his views, and he doesn't really sway far from them, and so it comes across as a debate because he's stuck he's stuck in his theories and his ways and everything. But and he's usually right. Dude is a smart dude. But what was I thinking a second ago? Oh, the trading bit. Well, I just don't agree with him on everything. Part of it that I don't agree with is, like, I was thinking the other day, I just don't agree with the degen thing, really. Like, if everybody, you know, like, it's multiple arguments. You can't make multiple arguments, you know? And, like, you can't say everybody gets wrecked in trading. Well, because it's just flat out not true, you guys. It's certain types of trading that most people get wrecked in. And, you know, most trading in general, I guess percentage-wise, you could say a lot of people get wrecked, but lots of people don't. Lots of people. And you can't say they get wrecked, but then if they win, you call them a degen? What's up? Because if they weren't winning and everybody gets wrecked, then how would that be degen? Like, you'd really just be calling it charity. You're giving away your money, right? So it's like, which argument are you going to make? Are they degens because they're taking people's money, or are they getting wrecked? I don't know. Anyway, and I've made this analogy before where, to me, these markets are big and there's so many participants that you can't lump blanket statements on things like, you're just trying to take another guy's money. I don't really think so. You know, that's one part or one view, but, you know, I made the analogy that's like my dad is flipping houses. It doesn't make him a degen. You know, like, he's actually generating really good money, and he's not taking it from anybody. Other people are making a choice to walk away from their asset without doing extra work. They just want out. And so he comes in as a middleman, fixes the house up, makes all the neighbors happy, resells it within 3 to 6 months, makes a chunk of money, and he's out. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So there's just some other views I wanted to touch base on. I'm tired otherwise. I think I have some other things to say, but you know, I think it's about it. Just wanted to go over my indicators. If I have more to say, I will add it to my next video. All right, you guys. I hope that helps out and showed you everything you wanted to see with what I use, and explain that mainly what I look at and what I'm going off of are these Just these three. You know, if I'm seeing other things, but I don't like where these at, it don't matter. I'm not pulling the trigger. You know, like I have my rules. And, you know, in the end, some of the most important things, I'll tell you right now, is be greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. Remember that. Write it down. Write down these indicators if you want. If you didn't set up your charts, you can set them up later. Another one is, what's another saying? I can't think of it right now. I was trying to think of the few insightful things that you could use, but that's the only one I can think of right now. Dang. You know, don't buy too many coins. Don't have too many assets. I see it all the time. I know of a YouTuber that sacrificed hundreds of thousands of dollars into Pulse and Pulsex each. And the other day he was like, yeah, I did it from multiple wallets for some reason. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'll tell you what the some reason was. Because he's all over the place. He's got lots of different things he's into. And so his focus was split. And he didn't realize that he was screwing over his bonus multiplier, amplifier, whatever, by doing that. So, again, it's my suggestion you keep your assets to a manageable number where you can manage enough focus on them and just keep at it. Don't feel like you're not going to ever know what you're doing or whatever. I didn't know what I was doing the fall of 2017. I had nothing about charts. So, there you go. And since this is just a boring indicator video and we're at the end, I'm going to go ahead and take a second and think if there's anything else I want to add. Just that the rest of it, is for confirmation and for fun. But again, it's these three are the top dogs, especially, mainly for like Bitcoin, and maybe we should do that. Let's just go look at Bitcoin real quick and see what it's done, right? It's in a pretty good sell location to go. For in a bear market. This right here would be probably a good sell or a great. Could be even a great. Let's go over here and look. See what his indicator would tell him. Oh, I will go over the death cross and the golden cross. I'll explain that to whoever missed it and show you how to set that up in a second here too. Okay, so here's wait a minute. What was I looking at? We were going to look at Bitcoin. This is not my best video. Right here on wave trend with crosses looks like it's going to put a sell dot pretty soon. It hasn't yet though. And there is no sell yet on this indicator, so might not be there yet. But let's take a look again. Where was it? There. I'd probably be selling, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, because we're in a bear market. We can't expect. We're gonna expect lower highs on the RSI and the MFI when you're in a bear market. Not terribly, but lower. See, look, when you pull this down, you can see. Or this was way up here on this peak. So, it's entering sell zone, but it's not, I don't know, let me see. It's actually not bad. But it's just not bad. It's just the beginning of a sell zone or decent sell location. For my strategy, where would the buy be? Right here, right? 32, see? Peaking down here at the same time, And with Bitcoin, it's pretty consistent. You know, right here's a buy at 31,000. And if you'd have held strong, you'd have had a sell. If you'd have waited, you know, like this wasn't very high price wise. So if you'd have held, you'd have got your sell right up here, and then your buy right here, and now you're back in where you're starting to DCA out, right? Or just about to. So there you go. Method to my madness, and mixed with some of what Steve taught me. And now let's talk about I'm going to explain this to whoever missed it and get rid of this real quick. There we go. Okay. Let me stretch this out so we can read it. Alright. So here's the deal. If you type in the MA, it'll throw it right up here, and you can click on it, and length 100 for a 100-day, 50 for a 50-day, 200 for the 200-day. You know, you're going to put 3 of them up here. And then you can go in there and change their color just like I showed you by clicking on the settings. Oh, this is going to be a boring video. I don't know, that's my computer's lagging. But whatever. So, right here, shows the date, death cross. That's where this green 50-day crossed the whole white 100-day. And then bear market was shortly after November 22nd when price, I'll show you, opened up a candle below this red 200-day. See, this candle went below, but this one opened and closed below. And that tells me price is going to drop. And we're going to spend some extended time in lower prices. And also that the indicators are going to top out lower and they're going to bottom out lower. Whereas in a bull market, they top out higher and their bottoms are higher. In general, or general speaking, sometimes a way you can think of it is that I don't know where they went at this point, right here, that most of the indicators will switch from riding the top 80%, as I have those white blocks kind of drawn out of the indicator, and they'll drop down and start riding the bottom 80%. Just for general idea of what I'm talking about, what a bear market means to me, because it actually has a function, right? And so since we're in a bear market, I'll expect our highs to be lower when we get there, you know. And it changes my numbers that I'll pull the trigger on if I was going to sell. So, you know, here it shows where we had a golden cross and it's kind of a fake out. This is HEX USDC daily time frame, death cross again, but price never got above the 200, so we've been in a bear market the whole time. Now, that being said, this is on daily time frame, so you know we could let's go to a 2-day and see what it says. You could, yeah, 2-day death cross was here. Let's go to 3-day. 3-day death cross we just had. So, price just went sideways and up though. But anyway, that's what the death cross. That's how you see. That's how you read it. And so what we need. What we're looking for is when the green 50-day turns and cruises back up and crosses the white 100-day. We should see pumping after golden cross. Usually you see pumping. And then once price gets above the 200-day after that golden cross, then we're in, we can expect indicators to start riding high and prices to pump high and the lows to be higher. So there's that explanation, and there's how you set it up. And again, if you just want to change your colors or whatever, I don't know why in the world this thing is not letting me. There we go. Come in here and click color and change it, and do all that we talked about. And again, this is just MA, moving average, inputs, length at 100, 50, or 200. There you go. Indicators, trading view, simple. We didn't even get, this is as simple as you need. I'm telling you. It's yeah. I have a really good success rate with allocation trading, which is trading every once in a while, just being opportune and opportunist, buying that house to flip it because it's the next door neighbors and you were the first one to see it go for sale and he let it go to shit, so you're gonna get a screaming deal. Just be the opportunist, you know what I mean? We're not degens. And what else? I don't know. Lost my train of thought because I am tired. But yeah, this is all you need to win. And it comes down to training your emotions and spending time in the market, watching how this works, and learning everything you can from everybody. And you can win at this. That narrative is false. I've seen lots of people win at it. I don't see everybody wrecked. Everybody gets wrecked at one point making a trade, but I mean, that's what this is about. That's why you want to learn, because why be the one that gets wrecked off of emotion? Why not just, emotion's a money killer. There's another one I wanted to tell you. Emotion's a money killer. Don't be greedy when everyone, be the opposite of what everyone else is doing, and you'll be all right. All right. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to bed. Peace, you guys.